Whoa, it's very basic Bible. Share screen. There we go. All right. Oops. Clicked on that. Let's go, Bible Gateway. Got a blue letter Bible. Be easy. King James. We'll hit up the old faithful NIV. Um, Nehemiah 7. Let's see what we find in Nehemiah 7. Okay. After the wall had been rebuilt and I had set doors in place, the gatekeepers, the musicians, and the Levites were appointed. I put in charge of Jerusalem my brother Hanani, Hanani, Han, I'll say Hanani, along with Hananiah, the commander of the citadel, because he was a man of integrity and feared God more than most people do. I said to them, the gates of Jerusalem are not to be opened until the sun is hot. While the gatekeepers are still on duty, have them shut the doors and bar them. Also appoint residents of Jerusalem as guards, some at their posts and some near their own houses. Okay, pretty cool. I see something interesting about these verses. After the wall had been rebuilt and I had set the doors in place, the gatekeepers and musicians and Levites were appointed. I put in charge of Jerusalem my brother Hanani, along with Hananiah, the commander of the citadel, because he was a I said to them. Hmm. Let's see a little bit more in Nehemiah 7. Let's see. Now the city was large and spacious, but there were few people in it, and the houses had not yet been rebuilt. So my God, put it into my heart to assemble the nobles, the officials, and the common people for registration by families. I found the genealogical records of those who had been the first to return. This is what I found written there. Okay, so now I was going to go through a bunch of genealogies, which is fine. Um, but it doesn't say I, my, mine. Wait, let's see. Maybe it will. They came up from the town till their families were descended, but they could not. These searched for found, but they could not find them. Oh, so we're excluded from the priesthood. Oh, it happens. The governor ordered them not to eat any of the most sacred food. Okay. Some of the heads of the family contributed to the work. Mhm. Priests, the Levites, and musicians, the temple servants, along with the people, and the rest of settled town. So, hey, let's go to next chapter. What? That's the next book. Oops. Okay, we'll go to. I accidentally went to the next book. Well, hey, Nehemiah chapter 1, Nehemiah chapter 7. The words of Nehemiah, son of Hilkiah, in the month of Kislev in the 20th year, while I was in the citadel of Susa. Hanani, one of my brothers, came from Judah with some other men, and I questioned them about the Jewish remnant that had survived the exile, also about Jerusalem. They said to me, those who survived the exiles are back in the province and are in great trouble and disgrace. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates have been burned with fire. When I heard these things, I sat down and wept. For some days I mourned and fasted and prayed before the God of heaven. Then I said, Lord, the God of heaven, the great. Okay. Oh, look at we have acted very wickedly. I was cupbearer to the. Okay, okay. So let's try Nehemiah. Let's try. Okay, now don't hit the next book. Hit the next chapter. Go to chapter 3. Eliashib, the high priest, and his fellow priests went to work and rebuilt the sheep gate. That's good. They dedicated it. Instead of building Father's Tower, which they dedicated the men of Jericho, built the adjoining section, the son of Emery. Oh, this is a lot of building stuff. Next to them, repairs were made by the men because the wall had fallen down, right? Adjoining them, Jedediah, son of him, made repairs. Okay. So this is chronicling now the rebuilding of the city and such. the walls. When Sambalot heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became very angry, was greatly incensed. He ridiculed the Jews. Okay. Hear us. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He said, "What are these feeble Jews doing? Will they restore their wall? Will they offer sacrifices?" They're ridiculing them. And then Tobiah the Ammonite, who was at his side, said, "What are they building? Even a fox climbing up on it, they're gonna knock the wall down. It would break down their wall of stones. Hear us." Okay, so close parentheses. Hear us, O God, for we are despised. Turn their insults back on their own heads. Give them over as plunder in the land of captivity. Do not cover up their builder. So suddenly Nehemiah, the guy writing this book, I believe, because he's saying me, I, my, he's the one who the book is about, right? It's a first person. He suddenly starts praying. It's like he just right in the middle of it. Do not cover up their guilt. They have thrown insults in the face of the builders. So we rebuilt the wall till all of it reached half its height. Okay, so Nehemiah prays right here in these two verses. They should have like, Nehemiah prays with parentheses, because then right here it goes back to describing, right? They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and start trouble against it. Yeah. But we prayed. So Nehemiah is writing this about himself and about Jerusalem, and he's very close to the people. This is one of the, is this the only book that's first person? I think so. I think it's the only book that's entirely in first person. It says I, my, us, we, like, you know. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Nehemiah. I love first person books for whatever reason. So if you like it, go for it. Go read Nehemiah. All right, guys. That's enough for this very basic Bible. We'll see y'all in the next very basic Bible.